I'm Nick, and today I want to talk about a philosophy that I've been carrying around with me and that what I've found has really helped me. And just to put it simply, it's to stop wishing, start working. And that's pretty general, so let me go into it a bit more. But first, I just want to make it clear, and what I've been saying a lot recently in my videos is to remember that small, consistent improvements will make a big impact over time. And you'll see how that relates in a sec. So let me start with the stop wishing. What I mean by that is wishing for things online, like going on stores, maybe putting stuff in your cart without actually pressing to order, or looking really far ahead in life, so far that you're not actually laying a roadmap and more just daydreaming. But if you do try to make a roadmap of this thing, this dream that you've thought of that's way too far ahead of what you should be doing, you may of course feel overwhelmed or disappointed that it's taking you a while to reach this unrealistic thought that you've had. So that's why you should start working, but in smaller steps. So I've said this before about how breaking things down into the small steps make it a lot easier, but it's more so the fact that you are able to put more effort into that one controlled problem than to try and tackle everything all at once. For example, learning video editing is very general and you may not actually know where to start. So that's why I just went from the basics, learned how to use the software I was using, for instance Premiere Pro, and from breaking the challenge that you're facing down into the smaller steps, it also reveals the more complicated stuff that you don't know about that you can then start taking apart as well, or rather making that the next little step. Now, even if we are able to break this stuff down into the smaller steps, get it done, we may still feel overwhelmed that we may not be making any progress, or at least we don't think we are. And that comes down to further breaking down this challenge, this project that you're working on, in a way that makes it measurable and defined. An easy way to do this is to have a goal that you're able to use whatever you're trying to learn to use to create something that you don't know yet how to create, and use that as a reference to how far you're getting at learning that specific skill. Now, a lot of the time, it's not going to be as easy as that to just break down that one challenge, as you probably have big ideas and a lot of plans. And that comes down to prioritizing the important ones, to not get hopelessly lost and trying to do too many things at once. So first off, deadlines can be an invaluable resource to making sure that you're not fluffing about and wasting your time with trying to learn something. And like we mentioned, you may have a lot of plans, and if you have a lot of deadlines, then making sure that you're organizing it will really help not only boost your productivity, help you make sure that you're learning the right things for the tasks that you've set yourself. But a lot of the stuff that I've just mentioned, you may have noticed, comes under one of my favorite things, skill development. It's no coincidence, as continuous learning has a direct relationship with relevant skills that you may need for the lifestyle you're pursuing. Now, is this the only way or the best way? Skill development, just learning the skills that you reckon you'll need for your goal? Probably not. So using a lot of mentors and resources, books, websites, anything you can get your hands on can really help you, like I said before, organize the tasks that you reckon you need to do. Now, if you've been paying a lot of attention, you may have realized that we've been doing the same thing that I've been warning about, and that is wishing instead of work. So some tips on actually taking action is to put that knowledge into practice consistently. And I've shared before about how to stay consistent with this stuff, about building resilience to overcome your challenges. But I also want to mention that simply staying motivated won't get you far, and it would be better to just stay consistently disciplined and get that thing done no matter the time it takes. So even if you've done everything I've talked about, if you reckon that you've defined the best actionable step for you to complete your realistic goal, there's still a possibility that you may have messed up. And the best way to notice that, the best way to work on that, is to, like I've said before in my videos, to reflect on that. Spend time on self-reflection. This not only helps you see the chinks, the problems that you're facing, but helps you build that habit, build that expertise of overcoming those, so that later down the road it's exponentially easier to face them again. As of course, not many strategies are foolproof. This self-reflection will help it getting closer and closer and more refined, as although, like I said, it won't be perfect, it'll be pretty darn close. So yeah, that's my definition of the stop wishing start working. Just going in depth onto stop daydreaming and thinking so far ahead that you lose track of any sort of roadmap, and just taking it slow, taking it in smaller steps and building towards an actionable, realistic goal. And if you take away one thing from this video, it'd be to try and apply that mindset, philosophy, whatever you want to call it, to your life and see if you can find improvements. So does the work need to be hard or taxing on yourself? Well, I reckon it needs to be consistent, as consistent work is work. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's it for today. Here's some more past videos of the channel if you want to check them out. Until then, I'll see you later. Till next time.